Blink and you might have missed it, but as the world focused on the pomp and ceremony of the British royal family, potentially world-changing events took place in Ukraine this weekend as Russian defensive lines were comprehensively dismantled. As things stand, Ukraine has liberated most of the northern occupied territories and is starting to pivot towards the south. Russian forces appear to have dropped arms en masse and fled. The mind-blowing success of the advance has pushed Russian forces back over the border in many locations, and residents of the Russian border city of Belgorod have been filmed fleeing for fear of Ukrainian forces advancing over the border. Meanwhile, in Moscow, there are unconfirmed reports of military lockdowns, gunfire skirmishes, and open condemnation from local politicians. It's also likely that events are giving Beijing reason to reconsider its aggression towards Taiwan and potentially pivot CCP focus towards strategic locations in eastern Russia, like the former Chinese naval port of Vladivostok. So when we think about what this means for markets, it's understandable that equities are up in Asia and Europe. US futures are bid too, and the dollar index continues to fall, approaching support at its 50-day moving average. An end to the war suggests a normalization of the European energy crisis, even if the roadmap isn't obvious yet. But markets tend to worry about the details later when breaking news hits the wire. The big question is how this impacts the dynamics of future Fed decision-making. Any softening will have a big impact on risk assets like Bitcoin, which celebrated the weekend by pushing above its 50-day moving average. Meanwhile, Ethereum, which is days away from its merger, has been testing resistance at the final near-term trendline.